வணக்கம் மக்களே, வெல்கம் டு மித்ராவின் பார்வை. நான் உங்கள் மித்ரா ஃப்ரம் ஸ்வீடன். ஸோ எல்லாரும் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? ஆஃப்டர் லாங் டைம் we are going to meet Sanjit sir. Everyone was asking, where is Sanjit sir? Where is Sanjit sir? He's back now with a super duper topic. I know everyone, including me, we are waiting for this particular topic, serial killer. So let's always when we come to Sanjit sir session, like we will keep our mind open, very very broad and wide, so that we can learn many things and we can analyze many things. So let's go without wasting time. I will add our Sanjit sir and Vijay ji together. So vanakkam Sanjit sir.
Hey, vanakkam Mitraji. Jai Jagannath.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Vanakkam Vijay ji, good evening.
Vanakkam Sanjay sir. Jai Jagannath sir. It's really nice to see you once again. I hope you are really feeling good and you are back with full power and everything, sir.
Yeah. I'm back with full power energy. I'm feeling good.
Nice.
So it seems like a long time, right? I think 2-3 weeks we have missed.
It's
exactly,
weeks,
sir. First week I postponed it.
3 weeks,
yeah. And after that, everyone became sick. So now I think we are back to form.
Yes, back to form. Good. So
it's
today
really nice to see you.
Yeah, same here, Vijay. So today is a very interesting and different topic. Usually we don't talk on that. I think I have done on Charles Manson on some other channel somewhere else, and that was also a good topic. And Richard Ramirez is also another famous serial killer, which we would be talking about. Those who have not heard about him, hang on. This is going to be a very exciting ride. And those who have heard about him, hang on. There is going to be something new which you would not have heard till now. The angle that we are going to talk about, that I can assure you.
Right? Super, sir. Excited.
Yeah.
So let's say hi to them, sir. As usual.
I will tell. But before that, let me give a
yes, sir.
warning, because see, these serial killers and all people were involved in very violent crimes, right? Very violent and sadistic crimes. So we would be not be going into much detail, but somehow those would come up, right? Some involve women, some involve men, some involve children, right? So it might be shocking to some people when they are going through the session, but we are going to keep it as light as possible. But these are facts. The bad people are there, they do bad things, and unless we know about why they are doing that, we cannot be safe from them. For the society to be safe from these bad people, society has to know what they were doing. So there might be some cases that you may feel bad how this could happen. You might take it sentimentally. Don't be sentimental. Be practical. Either we know, we don't know. These things has happened, and it has already happened. That guy has already been punished legally. So that would be my declaration before starting off.
Okay, sir. Super. Thank you so much, sir. All is well. Especially for me.
I'll just say the same thing in Tamil, sir. Once மக்களே, இன்னைக்கு நீங்க செஷன் பேர் பாத்தீங்கனாலே வந்து சீரியல் கில்லர்ஸ், அதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் சீரியஸா இருக்கும். சஞ்சய் சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி இது எல்லாமே வந்து நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். கொஞ்சம் சம்டைம்ஸ் இவங்க எல்லாம் ரொம்ப தப்பான வேலை செஞ்சிருக்காங்க, பொண்ணுங்க, அது இதுன்னு ரொம்ப அவங்களோட டீட்டெயில்ஸ் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப அருவருப்பா இருக்கும். என்னடா இப்படி பண்றாங்கன்னு கூட தோணும். அவ்வளவு டீட்டெயில நம்ம பார்க்கல, பட் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். நம்ம உலகத்துல என்ன நடக்குது, நம்ம பக்கத்து வீட்டுல என்ன நடக்குது, இல்ல பக்கத்து தெருவில் என்ன நடக்குது நம்மளுக்கு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அந்த ஒரு கண்ணோட்ட பார்வையில தான் நம்ம இந்த செஷன் எடுத்துட்டு போறோம். ஸோ எதுவும் வந்து ரொம்ப சீரியஸா மைண்ட்ல போட்டுக்காதீங்க. எல்லாம் லைட்டர் நோட்ல ஒரு அவேர்னஸ், ஒரு நாலேஜ் மாதிரி தான் இதை பார்க்கணும். இது இருக்காங்க, நம்மளும் சேஃபா தான் இருக்கோம், பட் நம்ம இன்னும் சேஃபா இருக்கணும். இதெல்லாம் நடக்குது. ஸோ ஒரு அவேர்னஸ் தான் இது. இட்ஸ் நாலேஜ் செஷன் மாதிரி தான் நாங்க சொல்லுவோம். அதான் சஞ்சய் சார் சொன்னாரு. எஸ் சஞ்சய் சார்.
Translated. Right. So to start off with, as usual, let us start off with video. Mitraji or Vijayji, whoever is playing the video one, the Netflix one. So let people know what there was a series on this serial killer, so they would get a basic idea what we were going to talk about.
One second, Netflix sir. Second one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Mitraji, second one.
Yeah. There is little bit of collaboration.
Began in June 1984, Los Angeles.
No, I think the first one. This is the second one, so we have to play the first one.
Okay, sir, sure. Correct, sir?
The man accused of 14 murders that terrorized California.
Right, sir?
The other one.
The other one. This is the first one.
This is the first, then go for the second you have played, then go for the third.
Can you just check this one, sir? Is this one?
Yeah, this one.
I will just from the once again I will play from the beginning.
Yeah, and please switch on the subtitles if possible, Mitraji.
Sir, actually, I have downloaded the video, so probably I don't
Okay,
think we can
okay,
switch on the subtitles because sometimes we are
okay.
getting this copyright
No issues,
when
no
we are
issues, no
playing.
issues, no
Yeah.
issues. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can I, sir?
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Mitraji. I think the trailer was awesome. Trailer is awesome trailer. Although I don't usually watch Netflix series or TV series, apart from my knowledge purposes, because somehow I find those mediums to be very much biased, and they omit out some facts. But your viewers should have got some kind of idea, right? As you said, Mitraji, if you want to welcome the viewers, let us welcome the viewers whoever are
Sure,
here.
sir. Yes, sir. Shashi sir said he couldn't able to join us, so he has some work. So he asked him to kindly
Great, great.
excuse
No
him.
issue. No
So no
issues, no issues.
problem. Thank you, sir. And Januma,
Hey, welcome, Januma. Good evening.
David ji also said hi to you, sir, before, but I
Great, great.
couldn't see
Yes,
that
yes.
message.
Yeah, yeah. David ji, salam alaikum. Welcome. Reshan ji, Reshan Muttuswamy ji, vanakkam. Nirmala Devi ji, vanakkam. Good evening.
Yes, sir. The rest of the people will be joining us, sir.
Great, great, great. So we saw one trailer. So this was a killer, which was Ramirez, who was a serial killer as in 1984, 85 in California, right? So we'll talk about what he was, the person was, and we'll talk about what he did, some of his um, activities. Then we'll go into actually he was into satanic symbolism, as we heard in the trailer also. He talked about Satan, he talked about pentagram, and his killings were thought to be ritualistic killing, that is Satan or Cabal or whatever. We have discussed all those things which the Cabal follows. So let us see if any link is there to that Cabal or not. So I think it would be there. So let us see if we are able to find out those clues or not. Right. So to start off with, till now, if you want to summarize in Tamil, Vijay, you can please summarize if you wish.
இட்ஸ் இப்போ வரைக்கும் நம்ம இந்த நெட்ஃபிளிக்ஸ் இந்த ஒரு ட்ரெய்லர் பாத்தீங்க. இதை பத்தி தான் இப்போ நம்ம பேச போறோம். அது இதுக்கு முன்னாடியே வந்து 2-3 சார் சொல்லியிருக்காரு. ஸோ அதை பத்தி நம்ம அந்த சேட்டானிக் அந்த ரிச்சுவல்ஸ் அதை பத்தி தான் நம்ம இப்போ பேச போறோம். கொஞ்சம் அருவருப்பா மாதிரி கூட இருக்கலாம், பட் அதெல்லாம் இல்லாம ஒரு ஓப்பன் மைண்டடா இதை கேளுங்க. இது நீங்க எஸ் சார்.
Great. Mitaji, yeah.
சஞ்சத் சார் சொன்னாரு நாலேஜ் பர்பஸ்க்காக தான் நெட்ஃபிளிக்ஸ் பாப்பாரு, ரொம்ப பார்க்க மாட்டாரு, ஏன்னா அவங்க வந்து எதுவுமே இருக்கிறத காட்ட மாட்டாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு சார் சொன்னாரு. அதையும் சொல்லிடுறேன்.
Yeah, all these Netflix and all these channels are tools of propaganda. So people may watch for entertainment. Please watch for entertainment, but don't take all those videos and documentaries very seriously. They are always one-sided. All these Netflix documentaries. Right.
Okay,
can
sir.
you open your presentation?
Yes, sir.
I have to do this time.
Oh, great. So this is the first page, right? So this is the person we are talking about, Richard Ramirez. Now this photograph was when he was in court. This photograph, the first photo, this photograph was when he was in court, and people can see there is an inverted pentagram inside a circle. So, and he called Hail Satan also inside the courtroom. That is why all these people of Satanism, symbolism got associated with Ramirez, and he got instantly famous after all these appearings in courtrooms. And there were certain events also which followed, which doesn't follow any other serial killer, any other criminal. So we'll look towards that also. So can we go to the next one, please? Let's start where he started. Yeah.
Yes. So he was showing that one, right? I mean to.
Yeah, he was showing in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Right.
So, there is some number, sir. I mean, down.
Which one?
I mean, there's a symbol, no, sir.
Yeah, go back. There's a pentagram.
There's a two. No, I mean, little bit down. There's 2 numbers, I believe. The next photographs, it's visible.
Next photograph, huh? Let us see the next photograph.
This one. Oh yeah. It's something number 12. It's written something.
I don't know exactly
Yeah,
the number.
they would have their symbolism. They would
Six,
have
sir?
what 12
12,
might
sir?
be.
I
I'm
don't.
not able to see it. Let me see
Okay,
here.
sir. Yeah, it's a little bit blurred also.
Let me zoom in here.
Yes, it says six. Six
Three
one
sixes,
two.
sir? Six, sir?
It
Six.
says six and six,
Oh, sorry.
triple six. See, triple six is
Yes, sir.
associated with Satanism,
Satans.
devil's
Yeah.
number,
Okay,
right?
sir.
So if you see Google's logo, even Google's logo also hides triple six, right? So I think people would be aware of it. If you are opening on Chrome or something, even the Chrome logo has a circle kind of a thing. If you see closely, there are three sixes on that, right? So triple six has already always been associated with Satanism and devil worshipping. So coming to the second, yes. Now this was the first victim that we were talking about, known victim. There might be
Hmm.
others. So the 9-year-old girl who was murdered by this person. This is known to be the first victim of his, but they came into picture in 2009 after his arrest and everything with DNA. And the right hand side above picture is one of the sites, the kind of bloody mess that he left behind when he left the place. We'll visit some of his cases also. To give a glimpse, see what the headlines read out. Satanist serial killer, American Horror Story 1984, the horrific true tale of the Night Stalker who bound and assaulted victims in their homes and gouged out their eyes with a knife. So this guy gouged out eyes with a knife of his victims. Sheer, very, very violent, and that is how they were. This blood and everything was there. Uh, Another headline reads: After fatally shooting her husband in the head as he slept, Richard Ramirez forced Sakina Abowat, that was one of the victims, to swear on Satan, and she would not scream uh, as he abused her in her bedroom. Sakina's 3-year-old son came to the room after hearing this terrible noise. Ramirez tied him up and went back to assault his mother. So this is the kind of a person he was. So was he really deranged? Was he really a serial killer on his own violation, or something else was also playing in mind? Because people have to keep in mind serial killers like Charles Manson's children and this and Son of Sam. Multiple other serial killers actually displayed these kind of qualities, being ruthless and being this violent and leaving behind signs of Satan symbolism and devil worship and all those things, right? So till now, clear, Vijay ji? Anything you want me to explain more?
Yes, yes. No, sir. Just keep on going, and we can
Great,
translate it in some other slides. Then
great.
keep on
Next
going, sir.
one,
Yeah,
please, Vijay ji.
yeah. Yes.
Now, the newspaper report: the devil worshipping monster would draw satanic symbols before leaving the crime scenes and collected trophies from his victims. In one case, he cut out a woman's eyes who had angered him and kept them in a jewelry box. Right. So after killing, he took cut out the eyes, he gouged out the eyes and kept it as a trophy in a jewelry box in his home. Ramirez tormented California between 1984 and 85, breaking into family homes. He broke into family homes in the dead of the night in random attacks and carried his sick fantasies. But no horror story can ever be disturbing as the Ramirez really did, with crimes so appalling that he would eventually be sentenced to 19 death sentences.
My God.
So he was given 19 death sentences for the cases that he was tried for. Right. So it was very violent. So let us see what it was. Can we go to the next one, please, Mitraji?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, this is how it all started. Right. That is how they are saying this is all started. Now, the person that we are looking here is uh, Ramirez was born in Texas, 1960. So his father was a former Mexican policeman. So let us go to his childhood days and see how it started. So we can, if we can find any links. His dad was prone to fits of rage. That's always the case in case of serial killers. That's always the story which comes out. I don't know if those are true or they're just to justify the serial killers. So many times they try to justify the serial killers. So, but it was his cousin Miguel who opened Ramirez's eyes to sadistic brutality. Now, Miguel was his cousin. Miguel Ramirez, the photograph which is there. Miguel Ramirez, he was also arrested. Now, when he was a teenager, this Richard Ramirez was a teenager. Miguel was a decorated member of the U.S. Army Special Forces who had served in Vietnam War. So Miguel came home. Miguel would show Ramirez Polaroid pictures of Vietnamese people he had killed and women he has assaulted during the war. So he had these pictures from Vietnam where he indulged in violent acts, and he showed this teenager all those photographs. That's what the legend goes, history goes as far as Richard Ramirez goes. In one picture, he gleefully posed with the severed head of a woman he had assaulted and decapitated. Ramirez was just 13 when he watched as Miguel, in the middle of an argument with his wife, Jessie, pulled out a revolver and fatally shot her in the face. So this Richard Ramirez, when he went to his cousin's home, his cousin and the cousin's wife had a fight, and this cousin pulled out a gun and shot his wife in front of him. That's what he saw in the childhood. So to him, violence was nothing new, as the legend goes. Right? Can we go to the next one, please, Mitraji?
Sure, sir.
Sorry, Vijayji is operating.
No issues.
Now, this is when he was a teenager, or I think 17, 18 years of age, right? So Richard Ramirez, this is how he looked. In the same year at the shooting of his cousin's wife, Ramirez moved in with his sister Ruth and her husband Roberto, Peeping Tom. So this Roberto guy, who was his brother-in-law, married to his Ramirez's sister, he used to go around night time in cars and vehicle and look through windows. So he was a Peeping Tom. So he also took along this Richard Ramirez along with him. So this peeping into houses, getting into houses, this guy has learned in his adolescent years from his family members only. It was during his teens that Ramirez started taking LSD and sniffing glue, the sniff glue for some high, while also developing an unsettling obsession with Satanism. Now here, what Satanism came into his life, right? We'll see how Satanism plays a part. Satanism is heavily present in entire his story. And while in school, he began having violent fantasies, which he decided to try and act out. His first criminal acts involved stealing from sleeping guests in Holiday Inn. So while he was in school, he was working for a hotel called as Holiday Inn, right? Part-time. One day, he was stealing. He was stealing by using that master key. He was stealing for rooms. But one day, actually, he went ahead and actually tried to assault a woman there who was staying in that hotel room. So the woman's husband came back and actually made this Richard Ramirez unconscious. So somehow they did not file any police case because they were living somewhere in Texas and they could not come back for court hearing. So he was left out. There was no police case at that point of time. Right. So till now, if you want to summarize, Vijay, you can summarize. Then again,
I think just keep on going, sir, because it's too much of information, and afterwards I can translate. Like reading all the slides, I can translate them.
இல்ல விஜய்ஜி கொஞ்சம் லைட்டா ஒரு பிரீஃப் கொடுத்தா நல்லா இருக்கும் பாக்குறவங்களுக்கு.
ஆக்சுவலா நான் ஏன்னா வந்து இப்ப நான் கேமரால இல்ல, சோ எனக்கு வந்து ரெண்டுமே ஆபரேட் பண்ண முடியல. அதுக்கு தான் நான் சொன்னேன். It's like I can't see myself and I'm not sure if I can read the slides also at the same time. So let Sanjay sir go, and then probably we can do it complete translation. So please, sir, just 1 second. Let me just.
Vijayji.
Yes.
Right now, are you able to see yourself?
No, that's why I took out the camera, because now I'm on the presentation mode in the PowerPoint.
Okay. Come out of the presentation mode. Let us go to the normal mode.
If I come out, then I have to come here like this. So now it's a smaller for you, right?
No.
It's the same.
But I can't. Yeah, but I can't move the slides from here. So I have to go into the.
Is it?
Yes, I have to move. I have to open that PowerPoint to move the PowerPoint slides. It's like it's a tab.
Okay. Done.
It's only one screen, sir. So I can see only either StreamYard or I can see the PowerPoint.
Okay.
If I had 2 screens, then probably I can just StreamYard. I can see myself and I can operate on the screen the PowerPoint.
அது மேல enabling பண்ணி பாருங்க. அத நான் பண்ண முடியுமான்னு பார்க்கலாம். மேல enabling இருக்குல்ல.
Give me 1 second. Let me just see.
Yeah.
If you do that, I will try to. என்னாச்சு?
It's going in another mode, I think now.
Okay then.
Let me try from here.
Yeah,
Let me
yes,
try
sir.
from here. Slides. Computer. Just a moment. Let me see. It is asking for
Sure,
uploading
sir.
the file. Let me upload the file. Yeah, it is processing now. So getting uploaded. Yeah, Reshan Muthuswamiji, what is the purpose of the satanic ritual? See, I'll tell you what the purpose is. The purpose is that there's certain people. Bro, this slide one has come, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, it is working now. Is it visible to you, Mitraji Vijayji?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Great. So we can
So
do it from here.
I can close
I
this
think
one
I
then.
can also operate from here.
Yeah, I think you also can operate. So
Yeah.
anyone can operate for that sense.
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Okay. And
Yes,
we
sir.
were on which slide till
We,
that
we
time?
We were
were
in the second one, sir. Just second, third one. We've been reading about the
this
This
the
one.
kid. Not this one, the one more.
This one,
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah, this
yeah.
one. Great. So to answer Muthuswamiji, what is the purpose of this satanic ritual? See, what has happened is there are certain rituals where certain people think that they get more power by worshipping Saturn or Lucifer. Now there are a elite cabal of people who are controlling United States and the world in a larger sense, who are elites, who are top, who own top corporations in this world, and they believe that by worshipping these things they get money, power, and everything, and even they elongate their life. So they indulge into all these activities. So people like Richard Ramirez or Charles Manson or other people who are serial killers, as per my theory, are actually employed by these people to go and indulge in these activities. And these killings are basically human sacrifices which they make in the satanic ritual. That is why we see pentagram and all these things. And that is why most of these people live actually. See, in other cases, he would have been hanged. Charles Manson, he lived a very long life. This guy lived a long life, right? He died in 2013 or something. So these guys also get arrested, get all those notoriety, everything, but these guys live. So that is the protection they have, along with they have bought the judiciary, police, and everything. So they say even if you get caught, you would not die. That is the sacrifice you have to make. So that is the deal they make with these guys. So that is why the satanic rituals. Right? Can we go to the next one, please? No, I think this we have not finished, right?
Which yes, sir. We have yet to finish.
Right. Yeah. So the husband came back in the hotel Holiday Inn and made him unconscious, but he did not put any charges on that. So can we go to the next slide?
Yes, sir. 1 second, sir.
This mode is much easier, right, Mitraji? This mode is
Yes,
much
sir.
easier,
This is
right?
very comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. So what has happened is I think they have added a new feature when you go to share on
Uh,
StreamYard.
uh,
So the top option you click there, there will be a top option called as slides.
okay, sir.
You click on slides, then it would ask for to upload that slide. So you have to select that slide, and that will be uploaded to the cloud, StreamYard cloud. So
Okay.
once it does that, then we can do this thing.
Okay, sir.
Right? Great. Now this is a small goal. These squares and all I have put somewhere where I found the words to be offensive, and this was a child, a 9-year-old child. So I hid her face. So this was his first murder victim. While living in a hotel in mid-20s, Ramirez abused and then fatally stabbed Mi Leung in the hotel's basement. She was 9 years old, right? When she was dead, he hung the 9-year-old's body from a pipe in the basement. May's 8-year-old brother found her. It was horrible. So I think this was not only horrible because of the satanic and evil practices that he always talked about later on also. That also played a part in his head, back of his head, that he has to do all these ritualistic killings to get power and get high. The first unimaginable horror was committed in 1984, but the crime was not attributed to Ramirez until 2009. So this killing, this first murder, was not found till 2009, uh, as per the authorities, and they found it out by this DNA evidence tied him to the killing. Now the bottom picture is Ramirez established a pattern of killing adults after entering their home. So husband and wife would be sleeping at their home. He would enter their house, bind with handcuffs, torture them, beat them with hammers, sticks, whatever he had the weapon, even pistol butt, and he would make them injured. Then he would abuse. He would kill them eventually. That's how he operated. Can we go to the next one, please? I
Sure,
can. I
sir.
also can go. No issues. This was another victim.
Maria.
Maria Hernandez. 2 months after his first test of murder, that is the little girl, Ramirez began a catalog of violence which terrified nation for over a year. For 1 year, he kept on doing many things. His first adult victim was a 79-year-old Jenny Winkau, who was asleep in a home in LA when Ramirez sneaked in through an open window during the night. He stabbed her as she slept. Why I'm talking about these crimes is people would know the kind of horror that he unleashed. Then we would know actually what was behind him. Then you would know how sinister the people who were behind him, who were getting him to do all these things.
True, sir.
Uh,
True.
he stabbed her as she slept, with cops saying he slashed her throat so deeply that Jenny was nearly decapitated when they found her. Right. So he not only killed her, he slashed her throat so deeply that cops are saying her head was almost about to be cut off. So that was the violence that he did. And cutting of head is a ritual which we have seen they do on cakes and other things, right?
Yeah.
The butchering of Jenny unleashed Ramirez's insatiable bloodlust that would drive him to kill again and again. That these are all news articles, right? So some words you have to take it with a pinch of salt. What they are doing, what they are saying. I am not saying these things. These are news article prints. 9 months later, in March 1985, he shot 22-year-old Maria Hernandez in the face with a handgun. In the face with a handgun, as she was pulling into her garage in Rosemead, California. Now second part is her terrified housemate. That is a terrified housemate of this Hernandez, uh, Dial Okazaki, hid behind a counter when she saw Ramirez coming into the kitchen after killing Maria. Dial raised her head to see. So Dial raised her head to see what was happening, where the murder was, and Ramirez shot her in the forehead, killing her instantly. Right, it's just like a movie, just like a horror movie. Within an hour of his first double murder, he pulled another victim, Sai Lian Yu, out of a car and shot her twice. She was pronounced dead in hospital. These three killings, along with witness accounts of shooter with curly hair, bulging eyes, and rotten teeth, led to Ramirez being referred to as the walk-in killer in the press. So this was the time when he was made famous.
The
Yep.
state of mind when the people when people are doing this kind of a heinous crime is unimaginable, right? I mean, like, they are not in their normal state of mind. They must
That
be overpowered by someone,
yeah.
someone.
Example, no, they take LSD, everything, no, sir. Because of that, also they can go to any extent. Sorry, Sanjat sir, you are in mute, sir.
Yes. Sorry, I was on mute. What Vijay is saying is exactly right. So they would I also believe someone else was in control of their minds, and
Oh.
what Vikraj is saying, LSD and all those things also play a part. See, you remember, go back to the MK Ultra sessions, right? What we discussed. MK Ultra is mind control, right? What they
Yes,
do,
sir.
they drug the people. They
Yes,
drug
sir.
the people out of their senses. They hypnotize them. They do all kinds of torture and psychological and psychiatry experiments on them, right?
Yes, sir.
So hypnosis is also known to be one of the tools which is used by these people. So what they do is they take in these guys like Richard Ramirez, who are roaming around criminal type of guys. They give them drugs, they recruit them, and they recruit them into Satanism and all these Kabbalistic practices, and they send these guys out to actually murder people so that they do a ritualistic
Yeah.
sacrifice. A ritualistic sacrifice. That's what has happened in Charles Manson victims also. If you remember, they were writing some symbols and everywhere after killing. This guy also was doing the same
True.
thing, right? And I'll tell you the link. We'll come to the link where all these are linked. There
Okay.
are one or two persons who are known as handlers. So we'll go to the next one.
Sure, sir.
So this is the kind of after gouging. This is the photograph from the place where she gouged out eye of a lady. Let us continue with the narration. For the next 5 months, Ramirez would hunt at night in stolen cars looking for homes to invade. When he went into one, he had robbed a year earlier at around 2 a.m. one March evening. He immediately shot and killed the homeowner Vincent Zazara. Vincent's petrified wife Maxine was beaten and bound while Ramirez ransacked the house for swag. Incredibly, Maxine managed to get free of her bindings and scrambled to get hold of a shotgun Vincent kept under the bed. So this Ramirez entered into a house. So shot and killed the person, the man of the house, Vincent Zazara, and he bound the hands of the wife. Now the wife got hold of the gun which the husband kept below the bed, and she fired the gun, pulled the trigger. She found to her horror that it was not loaded. The gun was not loaded. Bad luck, right? The enraged Ramirez shot her 3 times and went to the kitchen to get a carving knife, which he then used to mutilate her body and cut out her eyes. See the kind of violence that he has done. He even kept the eyes in a jewelry box and fled the scene with them. When Vincent and Maxine's son Peter found the bodies and called the cops, evidence at the scene revealed that the brutal slayings were the work of a serial killer. Right.
He's focusing on eyes.
No, not here. Not eyes. Here, this is the story that I was talking about.
Okay, sir.
So he got enraged with this lady and he gouged out the eyes. I don't know if this was the only one other or he has done, or there was some other ritualistic significance to that. That's what Mitraji was saying. If he was focusing on eye, there has to be something linked with the eye. Right, Mitra?
Yeah.
That's what he was saying, right?
Exactly, sir. True.
So it might be there. No one knows. It might be there. They might be giving some other story.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the handcuff that he used
Oh.
on victims, many victims. So he would handcuff them behind their backs, and then he would do whatever he is famous for doing. Despite investigation into him, Ramirez continued to rampage, killing husbands before attacking women and stealing valuables. His victims were Bill and Lillian Doy. After mortally injuring Bill by beating him unconscious, he put Lillian in thumb cuffs. These are called thumb cuffs, metal manacles that lock around your thumbs, and abused her. So basically, what this device he uses to lock the thumbs, both the thumbs. So just like a handcuff. Within days, he killed again. This time by taking a hammer he found in the home of 2 sisters in their 80s. 2 sisters in their 80s. That is old 80s, right? Grannies. He tied them both up and bloodily beat them before using an electric cord to shock Mabel.
So age is just doesn't matter. Small, young, old. He just
That's what even I about to ask you, sir.
Yes. So I see if this is about human sacrifice by torture and all, that is what if he has in his mind, and he has been told to do this thing to get power and get good in the view of set, and then he would certainly do it. The more pain he inflicts, I think he was told that he would be more. It's just like a prayer for him.
Yeah, it's like the more pain you give, the more higher you will get in the
yes.
something.
Just like so. To see that, let us see the video 2. We'll come back to the slide 9 and continue. Let us see video 2. Let us see what he is saying.
I think Mitraji, I don't know.
I will share
and ask
Angeles was under siege. Death waited in the dark at the hands of a.
This one,
this one. This one.
Super. I will play from the beginning.
The horror began in June 1984. Los Angeles was under siege. Death waited in the dark at the hands of a man they called the Night Stalker. After a 14-month reign of terror, he was finally caught. It was only then that his true identity was discovered. His name, Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez's whole trip was to hide in a tree or hide behind a fence and watch his victims at nighttime and wait into the wee hours of the night. And then while they slept, creep in, like a coward and kill them.
The Night Stalker killed at least 13 times, 13 people who were awakened in the night to face death. At least 15 others survived his brutal attacks.
I didn't particularly care for people.
In a rare interview, Ramirez refused to discuss his own crimes, but had this to say about serial killers.
A serial killer comes about by circumstances and like a recipe, poverty, drugs, child abuse. These things, contribute to a person, to a person's frustration and anger, and at some point in life, he explodes.
Perhaps for Richard Ramirez, that anger and frustration turned to rage, which he in turn took out on his victims. His killings were so sadistic and brutal that even experienced detectives were shocked.
He took a woman in her 60s and stomped her to death with his foot, leaving an imprint of a shoe on the side of her face. From that to just executing somebody upon walking into a room after he entered a house. He strangled, he used a ligature, he used a tire iron on a young girl, beat her, left her for dead.
Will your anger subside if you had to wipe up your mother's blood? I couldn't finish it. I had to leave my brother to finish that chore.
Why on earth would you have hurt those people? Why did you kill those people?
No comments. No comments. I cannot answer that at this time.
What was
Can you pause it here? Can you pause it here, Mr. Raji, please?
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat the last 15-20 seconds? What he said?
Yes, sir.
Why he killed?
I had to leave my brother to finish that chore.
Why on earth would you have hurt those people? Why did you kill those people?
No comments. No comments. I cannot answer that at this time.
What was Richard's motive?
To kill.
That's it?
Yes,
To
pause
kill.
it, please.
Yes, sir.
See, did you notice what he said? He said no comments.
Yes, sir. No comments and not this time.
Not this time. So there was
Yeah,
something
no
else.
comments. Yeah.
No comments, and there is no comments, and not right. Not this is not the right time or something to that effect, right?
Yes, sir. And he's also very, very normal.
I think
Casual
he will say
He
something.
didn't feel anything bad also. The
No, he would
reaction.
not feel bad. He would not feel bad. We'll discuss that. But the
Uh-huh.
point here is that there was some other reason which he could not tell then. Same thing has
Clear.
happened with, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, please.
Same thing has happened with Charles Manson. Same thing has happened with your Jack Ruby. I think people know about Jack Ruby, right? Jack Ruby killed the killer of JFK,
Oh.
Lee Harvey Oswald. So JFK is told to be killed by Lee Harvey Oswald, which is another story. We would take it on completely hogwash. Lee Harvey Oswald could have never killed him. So while Lee Harvey Oswald was being taken to court, Jack Ruby came in and shot him dead.
Mhm.
Right. So Jack Ruby also told the same thing that he cannot reveal then. But afterwards, he has given some interviews where he has told how he was recruited by some people to do this killing and all. He has given hints. Right. So these people were recruited. These people were recruited by some people to do these killings. Not only targeted because of, in my view, because the satanic human sacrifices that they make. Same thing across most of the serial killers. And if same thing keeps popping up, then there has to be something else. We'll see what is something else. Yes, please go ahead, Mitraji.
Yes, sir.
It's as simple as that.
Richard Ramirez was raised in El Paso, Texas, the youngest of 5 children born to hardworking, strict parents. Eddie Milam was Richard's best friend back then and remembers when he began to change into a troublemaker.
I did start seeing something going wrong with Ricky Ramirez. I think what really messed him up was the acid. He would do a lot of acid. The stealing, I noticed the stealing, and then started as a peeping Tom and things like that.
Ramirez's passion for burglary earned him the nicknames of Ricky the Thief and Fingers. But Eddie knew Ramirez had other serious problems when he was fired from a local hotel.
He said he was fired, he was dismissed due to the cause that he had tried to molest two little kids that were going up the elevator.
By 18, Ramirez was a high school dropout, drifting around California. He stayed in Skid Row hotels, never seemed to work, but always had the money to buy cocaine. Friends say the Richard Ramirez they knew didn't date and was...
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, what his friend told, that he was fired from the hotel because he molested some children, right?
Yeah.
See how intelligently these media fellows have not talked about the assault in the hotel room of a lady when her husband came back and beat this Ramirez unconscious. That is why he was fired. Even these media guys also are not telling the whole truth every time, right? We know he was fired not due to that molestation of children in the lift. There was a molestation case of children in the lift, which was brushed under the carpet. Nothing was done. He was fired because he tried to molest a lady. Her husband came back, beat her unconscious, made the complaint. Then only he was fired. But that thing is not mentioned here. So these news guys are also skipping some parts, right? To paint him something as a child who has suffered trauma due to LSD, drugs. So they are basically diverting the reason. So whenever they're diverting the reason, there has to be some reason which is worse than the actual reason, right?
Actual
Exactly.
reason, yes, exactly. And there should be a bigger reason to that one.
There has to be a bigger reason. Yeah, Mitraji, we'll see what the reason is.
Shall I, sir?
They knew didn't date and wasn't the type to commit such heinous crimes. But convicted murderer Martin Kipp, who befriended Ramirez in prison, says he heard another side of the Night Stalker.
Richard told me he needed to associate gruesome violence with sex in order to be completely satisfied. He also told me that he had to violently fantasize about his victims before he could go away sexually gratified.
They are desires, whereas if I didn't give in to them, I would be crushed by them. I believe in the evil in human nature. This is a wicked world, and in a wicked world, wicked people are born. I'm not going to blame society, my race, or people, or anything. It is up to the individual like myself to keep on knocking on whatever door they want to get into.
Because the victims and the methods of killing were so diverse, many experts felt there was no one Night Stalker. Detectives Carrillo and Salerno disagreed and finally broke the case by matching shoe prints. The subsequent trial turned into one of America's most notorious courtroom dramas, punctuated by continual outbursts from Ramirez. In that trial, Ramirez's fascination with Satanism emerged.
As far as Satan is concerned, I believe in a malevolent being. His description eludes me, but I have felt powers that are evil.
After an 8-month trial, Ramirez was convicted of all 13 murders and given multiple death sentences.
I don't care about myself, really. I don't care about what happens to me. I never did, really.
They took a trial for 8 months to give a, I mean, so even these countries, justice is sometimes served very late.
No. See, when it comes to these murder trials and all, it takes that much of time. And his trial was a complete circus. I'll tell you what happened. See, we saw him how he was swaggering in this courtroom, right? Wearing sunglasses, just like a rock star. He actually posed like a rock star, as if he's done a...
Exactly. I mean, the clothes and, I mean, even the way he was speaking, it's like so casual. Like,
So we'll play another video, which is very short clip, which was during the court hours, court time. Then we'll go into what happened actually after that. So we'll come to the reasons what happened. Not this one, madam.
Not this one, yes. Yes, sir.
The other one.
Holds up his palm for the world to see.
Is this one, sir?
Yes, this one.
Yes, sir.
What did he say? The last word I
Hail
didn't hear.
Satan, no? Hail
Hail
Satan.
Satan. Hail Satan.
Hail
Now,
Oh,
Satan.
after
okay.
after he did this thing, what happened is there is a Church of Satan, right? We all know there is a Church of
Hmm.
Satan,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Where many famous Hollywood actors are also part of that church. Now, this church is run by Anton LaVey.
And that's in California, right, sir?
Yes,
Yeah.
Anton LaVey. And Anton LaVey is a disciple of Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley was MI6 agent. If people remember our old videos, Illuminati, satanic cult, Kabbalism, magic, and all those rituals was started by Aleister Crowley in England. And he is the godfather of all this MK Ultra program and everything. He was part of that. And Anton
Levy.
LaVey was his disciple, and Anton LaVey actually knew Richard Ramirez. So after he said these signs and symbolisms and his Saturn and all, there was a fan club. There was a fan club of Satanists writing to the courts. There were some around 300 or 400 people gathered outside, and the ladies wanted to marry this guy. I don't know which kind of a person in right mind would want to marry this guy, but there was a long list of letters and people who were ready to die and marry this guy because he was a Satanist, and they also believed them to be Satanists. So this Kabbalistic cult practices also played in making him a hero of a shot in a negative manner for regular human beings. Can we go to the presentation, madam? Let
Sure,
us
sir.
see.
Next
Yeah.
one, sir.
Yeah, this one. This is the courtroom. So here also some other case where he was going in. Let us read it, what it was saying. Just a moment, let me read it out. Is another crime is continue sometimes ordering his helpless victim to swear on Satan. So that's what Satanism, and why he was also killing his victims. He was telling them to swear on Satan, and to swear that they were not hiding any valuables. The media started referring to him as Night Stalker from then. On the night of August 24th, 1985, Ramirez broke into the house of Bill Carnes and shot Bill 3 times in the head. He then turned his attention to Bill's 29-year-old fiancée, Inez Erickson, telling her that he was a night stalker and beating her, forcing her to say she loved Satan and he did so, as he did so. So he wanted people to say that they loved Satan. That's what that was what his objective was. After abusing her, he said, "Tell them the night stalker was here," before he fled. So he was telling them to make his name famous. Surgeons were able to save Bill's life. Bill was shot 3 times, remember, pulling two of the bullets out of his head. And Inez gave investigators a detailed physical description of her attacker. With the description and evidence, Ramirez left at the scene. Police now knew the identity of the serial killer and issued a mugshot of Ramirez to the press. Mugshot, which Ramirez was arrested earlier for car theft. So they had a mugshot. So from his description, they knew that this is the guy. So they released the mugshot also. Right. So let us go to the next slide. Yeah, this one. So just 6 days after his last sickening crime, a group of people caught Ramirez in the middle of an attempted carjacking in LA. So it is the common people who actually recognized Ramirez after police releasing his mugshot, the photo of this guy. So he ran and tried to steal 2 other cars, but his pursuers caught up with him and bait him until the cops turned up and cuffed him. So people actually caught him, not the cops.
Oh,
That's nice.
Yeah, and
power
he was
of
beaten.
people.
He was beaten
Yeah.
up. We'll see the photograph where he was beaten up. His head was in bandage. He was completely beaten up.
Good.
Good. During his trial, he famously shouted "Hail Satan," which we saw the video, while raising his hand in the air, the pentagram, ancient symbol that became associated with occult, drawn on his palm. His court case went on for over a year and at a cost of 1.8 million.
My God.
Most expensive trial in the history of California until O.J. Simpson. Now, O.J. Simpson is another good case. We'll take up that also someday.
Okay, sure.
On 20th September 1989, Ramirez was found guilty of all charges, 13 murders and 5 attempted murders, 11 assaults, and 14 burglaries. He was sentenced to die in gas chamber, but he said of his sentence, "Big deal. Death always went with the territory. See you in Disneyland." Right now, Disneyland has a Why Disneyland?
Okay, this is the connection, sir. What you said?
Yeah, there are many connections. These are the clues, right?
Okay.
So Disneyland, Disney movies, we know Disney movies have those symbolisms and everything, right?
Yeah,
And
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Walt Disney and the elite group, and he was a Freemason as far as people know, or Illuminati as people know. And there were many symbolism, and they use Disney movies for programming of kids. In MK Ultra, also many of the movies were used, right? So somewhere I think Richard Ramirez was recruited. He went through those MK Ultra, Monarch programming, or other programming things which they do, psychological breaking down and doing things through Church of Satan, through Anton Levy. Anton Levy was a super handler of that program, so he used to recruit. You remember we had a session on Marilyn Monroe, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Then also Anton Levy cropped up. You remember?
Yes, yes, sir.
Marilyn Monroe was introduced to Hollywood by Anton Levy,
Anton
Correct.
Levy.
That guy is
right?
still I cannot forget. Yeah.
You
Right.
showed two photos, I
Different. Yeah, two
remember.
photos.
Marilyn Monroe when she was young, and
Yeah,
afterwards,
Norma
and
Jean and Marilyn Monroe. Her name
yeah,
was Norma Jean,
yeah.
and
Momo
she
Jean.
was Norma Jean. Then this Anton Levy actually had an affair with friend of Norma Jean, that is Marilyn Monroe. So Marilyn Monroe's friend was a partner of Anton Levy in all these satanic practices, and they lived in together and all those things, right? So Anton Levy was there also, here also, and Anton Levy was there in case of Charles Manson also,
Oh, okay.
So
right?
clear connection, connecting
Yeah,
everyone. Clear
this is a
connection.
this was a MK Ultra program where they were actually picking up kids or criminals from the streets and recruiting them, sending them on assassination targets, and within that ritualistic sacrifices, so that they get their high. Even Son of Sam, we will go about Son of Sam story also sometime. They were also heavily into Satanism. He also similarly recruited. So there are many similarities. The serial killers of this time were actually recruits of this MK Ultra programming.
Okay.
These are some of his photographs, his childhood photograph, and father, sister, mother, everywhere. He had a family, good family. Now this is the picture. The top left-hand side picture is after he was just arrested. See, the public actually beat him up pretty bad. His head was fractured. Yes, bandages and everything was put. Right. And this is a news clipping of the suspect, the mugshot which they released. And another thing is when he was arrested. I think he was going out of the court. See his eyes, how he's looking at people. Useless fellow.
Yes.
It's yeah.
Psycho, sir.
Psycho. See the eyes, they're psycho,
Psychopath, yeah.
blank eyes. This is psychopathic, and they are in always in trance.
In trance mode, yeah. A different
They're
state of
always in
mind.
trance mode. Most of
He
the
was
assassins,
like staring in the court also, no, sir? Staring at
yeah,
himself.
yes.
Very horrible.
See, most of these killers are most of the times are in some kind of hypnotic stance.
Yeah.
If you ask me, some drug-induced hypnotic stance. That's when they go and do all these things. Now this is the room, one of the rooms where he carried out murder, and with lipstick he actually painted his pentagram with circle, that is inverted pentagram. Now when he was in jail, this Anton Levy's daughter Gina Levy, right? Gina Levy is Anton Levy's daughter. She is also heavily into Satanism. She went to the jail to meet this person.
Oh.
To say to him,
Ramirez.
to say to him that you are not alone, don't worry, we are there with you. So whatever they would have talked, so basically saying that you are our recruit, don't worry, we are there.
Okay, a thing is like he should not open his mouth.
Yes, he should not open his mouth on why he killed. That is why in his interview he is saying, I cannot comment right now, this is not the right time.
Right.
Yeah, no,
because they
not now.
told him, not now. So she would have told him, this is the story that we are making, that you are a psychopathic serial killer. There's nothing related to Church of Satan or ritualistic cabal or recruitment or anything else. So that's what she would have told him. That's why he kept his mouth shut. So there's a clear-cut link. Now the right-hand side bottom photograph is a marriage of Richard Ramirez with one of the reporters. See, one of the reporters who went on reporting on this Richard Ramirez case when he was in jail fell in love with him and proposed marriage, and they married in the jail itself.
So I don't know, falling in love with a psycho Psychopaths,
Yeah,
sir.
psycho. I don't know what kind of people are there.
This is how they make it's a normal, sir. Oh, you can
Yeah.
even give your life, for
Yes.
someone like this.
No, I mean, like,
This is how they're changing our
this,
mind.
Yeah.
to hear all the crimes from his own mouth, like a reporter would have been asking the same questions: why you did, how you did, what made you to do this, and getting the answers from him, and then like, oh my god, he's love of my life. Exactly, that's how I'm picturizing, I mean, like, oh, you are, yeah, yeah, I mean, like, I want to live with you and die with you. Oh my
Yes,
god,
yes, yes. I don't know.
this is people are,
So I don't
yeah,
know what would be going through their mind, or she would have been recruited into the cabal again, right? She might
Yeah,
be one of the recruits. They might have sent her as a
exactly.
recruit.
She would have
yeah,
sent from by the these cabals.
true, sir,
Yeah.
so true.
They will have
So
all over everywhere. They are people, no, sir, recruiters.
yes, yes, yes. And to show others that even if you get arrested somewhere due doing these crimes, we
Hmm.
will provide you a wife, we will provide you,
Yeah, yeah.
you will become famous, you will be like a rock star. Don't worry, you will become famous in this world. So that's what these guys will be projecting to other victims who are there, right? So
While
don't
they're
worry.
recruiting, yeah.
While they're recruiting and while they're sending them on missions or assassinations, they would be saying, so see, Ramirez was our recruit. We were there with him. What happened to him? He's still in jail. He's enjoying his days. And he got a wife too. He got married also. So we'll see that
Yeah.
someone is also comes to you. So don't worry at all. So this is one of the books which is written by Anton LaVey, The
Uh-huh.
Satanic Rituals. Now, Anton LaVey, in one of his interviews, said that he has met Richard Ramirez and he found Richard Ramirez to be very calm, quiet, and a gentle fellow.
Hmm.
Right. So there is a definite link that Richard Ramirez was attached to Anton LaVey, and that is how he came into this violent form of Satanism.
So after having so much of clues, also they cannot, link this case and match this case.
No, they
Everywhere it
can.
happens, sir.
No, they can.
They
The
can,
only
but they
thing
are
is
not.
they do not. They do not. Because see, the judiciary, the law enforcement, the political
Uh,
ministers, everyone is in their pocket. Either they blackmail them
hmm.
or they purchase them. Right.
Okay.
So we'll talk about Anton LaVey and Aleister Crowley in another session.
Sure,
That would
sir.
take us again go back to this Freemasons, Illuminati, and satanic rituals. So some people might be thinking, why do we talk on these people such a every topic? But the thing is that every topic we pick up,
Yeah.
somehow or other, this topic goes to them. I cannot help
Yeah.
it if
Exactly.
Ramirez goes and meets Anton LaVey, right?
True, sir.
So
And again, we need to
whatever,
refresh every time because a lot of new people are coming. They keep asking, "What is this? What is that?" Yeah. Sometimes we do
whatever
that.
you took the topic, sir, I mean, like, I have to be brutally honest. It's coming to one epicenter or
Yes,
one
Yes.
point, I mean, that's how we don't plan to, like, we have to go there.
yes,
But in
yes,
the end
yes.
of the day, end of the discussion, it comes to these people only, and these people are behind all evil what is happening around us.
Also,
Right.
sir, whatever topic you take, I can relate to, yeah, what's happening in our place also. I mean, not our
Yes,
place means, yeah, Bollywood, okay. But
yes,
this,
yes,
I couldn't have any clues. But after your session, now I can link many
yes,
things.
yes.
So much of information in
See,
this
when they
session.
take lives, yeah, when they take lives, it is usually a ritual or a sacrifice, human
Yeah.
sacrifice they make, right? So it is not only here, most of the, so that's what I say. The Sushant Singh Rajput's case might have been a ritualistic sacrifice also. No one knows. That is
Yes,
why the
Yeah.
video came out. That is why the video came out or the photographs came out, right?
Hmm.
exactly, sir. Exactly.
True, sir.
To show others that yes, with this the work has been done. He has been done this way, and you
It's also
know,
informing their own team. Okay, the work is finished. Okay, something like that.
no, see, I just as we are discussing, one thing came into my mind, right? See, there is in satanic practices, there is a thing as a inverted a dead man hanging from his leg with one of his legs broken or folded,
Hmm.
Ah,
right? So as I'm talking right now, I think that leg thing also came up in Sushant's case also,
Yes,
right?
sir.
yes,
They
yes, sir.
broke. It's like, yes, sir.
So I think there might be some link. I don't know for sure, but yes, because in ritualistic satanic practices also, hanging someone upside down with his legs
Ah,
folded or
okay.
Broken
broken,
legs.
broken leg is one thing that they do. So yes, there
God.
might be that link also.
Horrible
True,
people,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, horrible people.
And also, sir, they're not scared now. As you said, like before they were hiding, but nowadays they're coming open. Yeah, we can able to do this
they
because they
have
have.
to come into open. See what the
Okay.
deal which this cabal has done with them is, you have to come out in open. You have to show the symbolisms and everything, and there is certain ritualistic insult also they have to go through, insulting pictures, images, right?
Okay.
So that is so. But you do that, no one will catch you because we are there. But unless you do that, we will not know that you are that much committed to us.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And this is how you will attain enlightenment.
Enlightenment, power, famous.
Yeah.
They say that you make a deal with the devil. You sell your soul to devil, and devil will make you famous.
Yeah.
But the only thing is that devil has a contract, right? In that contract, I'm telling you what how they go about, right? What they believe in.
Yes, sir.
In the contract, devil would ask you something, and you have to do that. So it might be a human sacrifice of any of the family members, any of the friends, or any other human being. So in order to make you famous, you will be made famous. You will be getting all power and everything. But then you have to do something when we tell you to do. So that is how they do it. That is how
no
they run
questions
this.
asked. Yeah.
No questions asked.
No
Now,
questions.
whoever asks the questions, actually, he is killed or he is murdered or he commits suicide. I don't know.
Yeah.
True.
And only the people who go to that extreme, we are able to see them. I mean, like the
Yes.
rest are like, not everybody is like comes to that level, but only like people like Ramirez and Charles, we are able to see them. Okay, yeah, these are like, oh my God.
Also, this is serial. The name is serial killer, right, sir? If you
Right.
see Sushant's case also, before his team has been
Wiped out.
completely eradicated.
Completely wiped out. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Even
So
after that
it is
also.
also series, like kind of.
Yeah, series. And after that also.
Yes.
After
Yeah,
even
it's still
Sushant,
continuing.
there were many
Yeah,
people
yeah.
who have died. And
True,
most
sir.
of the cases, the official version is they have committed suicide. While the person was happy, healthy, he was talking over phone or talking over video. So suddenly he would have committed suicide. So
True,
I
sir.
don't believe there has to be suicide. No, there has to be string of murders to keep these people shut.
Suicides and heart attack. These are all like unbelievable.
No, that is another that is another angle on which I don't talk.
Okay. Oh yeah.
They know
We don't
everything.
generalize it, yeah.
They know every way how to close a case. That's it. They want to close
Yeah.
the case.
Because
These
people
people,
are
at least
becoming
in
very
this side.
they analyze nowadays, they with the photographs, with the videos, so they are bringing
No,
one
there's
by
some
one
good people who analyze, and there's some other bad people also who actually analyze and give the wrong impression of things.
to
People are
divert.
diverting also.
To
Yes,
divert.
I've seen that also.
to
People are
divert.
diverting. They come as friends of
Mm.
Sushant Singh Rajput's friends after his death. They open YouTube channels. They do sessions. People throng to that. They show 2, 3 pictures, videos. People like it. Then after some time, they start going back on what they were saying, and they say good things about bad people and bad things about good people. They confuse people.
Yeah.
They keep on
Yeah,
confusing people.
yeah, exactly. One of person, I don't want to mention the name, sir. She's a female from the cine industry only, okay? But she was like, keep on telling me. Suddenly she keep on telling me the alive theory. Okay, she
Right.
was like, I said like I don't believe, but still she's bringing this point, that point. She's
Yeah.
keeping. She wanted to change my mind, maybe from me or through somebody else. It will reach
Right.
people, right? So I said,
Right.
I was very stubborn. Please don't disturb me. I was like, I closed the chapter. I didn't follow her after that. So it's like even I had that experience.
Right. Right. Any questions from audience? If that is there, then we can take on.
I think this question. So one question you already answered. You mean MK Ultra? Am I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
MK
MK
Ultra. MK Ultra,
MK
yeah.
Ultra method.
Also,
So
I
you
want to
mean,
tell. Sir,
yeah.
sorry, sir.
Now tell me, tell.
No. Sanjat sir is having one more session tomorrow with our Dhruv G's. Correct, sir? Tomorrow,
Yeah.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Mind manipulating.
Mind control or something.
Manipulation.
Yeah.
Mind control.
Yeah. So please definitely watch. It will be really interesting, and he will
It's
give
in
new
Dhruv.
informations also.
It's in
Dhruv G's
Dhruvji's channel.
Yes.
Yeah. It's in,
Okay.
In the channel. Sorry, sir. I forgot the name. I have 1 minute, sir. I can share.
We'll just share that one.
The
And
down battery. Yeah, I can share
yeah.
that one. Definitely.
Yeah.
So just a
Sure.
minute, sir. I'll
yeah.
share screen.
I wanted to ask you one question, sir. Oops, you went.
No, I'm there. Tell
I
me.
mean, like these people are still doing all these things, right? I mean, like recruiting and killing, but we are
More
not.
active yeah.
Yeah, but now the media are we are not hearing that much like 84, 85. It's this thing has happened, but not now that much news is coming out. So these people are also controlling the media and everything, just not to speak about all these things, right, sir? Or
Yes. 100%.
yeah,
Who owns these media companies? These media companies are owned by this cabal only. There's no one else.
yeah. So nothing is coming out. I mean, like no news is coming out, and only like YouTubers, people are bringing up like here and there when they hear something, they are bringing up all these stories. So
Right. Yeah.
mind
This
manipulation. Yeah,
mind manipulation. What was the question about MK Ultra? Yogurani ji asking, you mean MK Ultra method? Yes, MK Ultra method, Yogurani ji.
So did they ask? Are they using this Ultra method? To kill the
Yeah.
people? Yeah.
Yes, MK Ultra was earlier than came on Monarch programming. So basically, same. See, all these things are mentioned in uh, the Dead Scroll or something. I think the Egyptian scrolls, right? So we know this cabal is linked to. They think that they are part of the Egyptian civilization, right? So this Egyptian scripture, somewhere, some methods are there where they can dissociate this split personality, trauma control, trauma-based mind control, and all those are tools. Not only that, see, that one is trauma-based mind control. There are certain tools such as music. The super hit music, pop stars or rock star that we have seen was produced by institutes as a tool for propaganda. So
yeah,
they have certain sounds which which hits your subconscious brain level. Right, we'll talk about that in tomorrow's session about mind control and how do they do that and what are the tools that they use. And surprisingly, I don't want see I am bored of talking about cabal every time I come, but whatever I talk about, it goes to them. I cannot help it.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Right.
not. I'm not sitting and planning that I have to talk about cabal, but in the end of the day, it ends up with the cabal.
See, we picked up serial killers, Charles Manson. I started off with a blank slate. Okay. When I reached to the end of Charles Manson, I came to know that it is linked to MK Ultra and the Cabal.
Yeah,
Then someone, I think another session, Shashiji only suggested Richard Ramirez due to the
yeah.
satanic rituals.
See, yes, yeah,
So that was this was not my choice. This was Shashiji's choice, right? So I picked up this topic.
Yes, exactly.
So I picked up this topic, and I find that this rabbit hole also goes to there only. So I cannot help it if Cabal is doing all these things, right? I cannot help it.
Let's see some other. I mean, we have to touch other things also.
Next time the disclaimer should be cabal people, please don't feel bad. I mean, I'm not planning it,
Wherever I go,
yeah,
without
yeah,
knowing, or I'm just
yeah.
touching your topic. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Achha,
offense.
habit.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
No
sir. Go
offense.
ahead. Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Vijay.
No, that's what. No offense. It's not nothing personal. I'm just talking in general. But you guys are always center of my discussion.
Have we talked about this RF technology and all those things? Have
Yeah,
we
Yes,
we
talked
did. We
about
did,
that?
we
sir.
have
We
done,
did,
sir,
sir.
that
Yeah.
one.
Have
We
we
did
talked
the
about
hard.
9/11? We have not talked about 9/11, right?
Not
No,
9/11. No.
You want to
No.
go into that 9/11?
Yeah, let's do that one, sir. Definitely. Those are some of
And
the
definitely,
that would
sir.
be
interesting. Yeah, yeah.
that would be again shocking for many people. So
Yeah.
we'll do 9/11 also. Not the usual,
Absolutely.
yeah, not the usual angles and other things what people see about this nanomites, dolomites, and all those things. We'll talk about of a complete different angle, and we'll do that sometime. 9/11 is a very interesting topic. 9/11 and Pentagon. Before that, if any viewer is there, if interested, uh,
No,
there
sir.
were three or four accidents on the same day, right? 9/11. One is WTC, second one was Pentagon. Pentagon was the second famous, right?
Yeah.
So I challenge anyone to get me a photograph of a video of a plane hitting Pentagon.
Pentagon. There's a photo of a plane lying nearby Pentagon or a little bit far away, or I don't know, but they said that that plane was trying to hit the Pentagon, but they have a video of smoke coming out of Pentagon,
Yeah.
but not a
See,
plane hitting a
imagine.
Pentagon.
Imagine
You
Pentagon is the most secured building in this entire world, right?
True,
So they
sir.
would be having video cameras everywhere, right? For every angle.
Yeah.
Still, we don't see a picture or a photograph where a plane is in view hitting the Pentagon or before hitting the Pentagon, what we see is after the accident, there are certain propellers, certain parts of the aeroplanes being carried out near the Pentagon. Right. So let people research and come up with any photograph or video evidence. Till that time, we'll prepare a session on 9/11 and we'll present it.
Sure, sir. Sure. Even if you say like people, suddenly they come, they show themselves as like popular figure. Even now I don't know. Don't others should not take offense. I have a doubt on Justin Trudeau also, sir, the Canadian Prime Minister.
You still have a doubt?
No. Suddenly he vanished now.
See all this Justin Trudeau, that New Zealand's Prime Minister, Jacinda, right? All these people are part of World Economic Forum's Youth Leadership Program, right?
Yes,
World
sir.
Economic Forum is owned by Klaus Schwab. Klaus Schwab is the man who is driving the world now in all the policies. Be it economic policies, be it national budgets, be it your medical policies, be it your technological policies, whatever.
Okay.
Right. So all these are linked. One guy, basically, he is the face of it. The World Economic Forum is a conglomerate of 200 top businessmen. These 200 top businessmen are linked to the same bloodline families of the cabal. No one out from that cabal. So they are controlling the world through WEF.
There you go. Okay. Nice, sir.
Yes.
So yes, people don't forget to comment. If you have any doubts, please comment. Write your doubts so that Sanjit sir will definitely reply, or I will remind Sanjit sir to give the answers.
True.
And also, yes, sir is ready with another topic. Very interesting topic. Maybe I don't know. I will fix the time with sir, and we will back.
I think let us do it next week if you guys are available.
Absolutely, we are okay, sir. We are okay.
We have to cover up the 3 weeks which we lost.
So it's really boring, sir, without you.
Thank you so much. Same here also. I also miss.
Yeah.
Yes,
we need to do that one, sir. So next week, let's do that one, sir.
Sure.
Just no, sir. Even such a hard topic, such a very heart-wrenching topic. Also, you just give it in a nice manner and lighter manner. We are enjoying actually. We getting knowledge as well as like
we cannot do anything. In 1984-85, he has gone and killed some people in some violent manner. Neither me or Vijay or you are responsible for it. Neither can we do anything about it, right?
Correct.
What we can do is we can see and we can know that yes, these things are happening.
Yeah.
And if we get morose and if we get down by seeing all these things, see, life itself is a struggle. The moment we are born till the moment till we go, it has to be a struggle for everyone, be it a rich or a poor or anyone. So let us not put more burden on our heads from what is required.
True.
That is what my position would be.
Yogima, maybe we will do this in the Tamil, Yogima, also.
I think Yogima is asking with some other person, not today's person. This one, no, Ramirez. Probably
okay.
she's asking, another section.
That's what Sanjit sir also said, that he will do a session on Levy also, right? But
Anton Levy and Alistair Crowley.
Exactly.
Then we have so many serial killers. We have Richard Kuklinski, we have Edmund Kemper, we have many other. We have many other. Actually, we can go. Serial killers are a very interesting topic. There are many information also of these old serial killers. New serial killers we don't know, but we can do that.
True, sir.
Yes, sir. And this is from Easterwind. Hello, Easterwind. How are you? And can Sanjit sir do a session on great reset that we are hearing these days? Will it be interesting?
Yeah, we can do a great reset. Now, the great reset would be shocking for many people. We'll do that. That is, see, the great, you know what is the great reset?
No, actually, I haven't heard about that one, sir, to be honest.
You haven't heard. Mitaji, have you heard about it?
No, sir.
Okay. Let us do one thing. You open Google Chrome and just type in the great reset and let us see how many prime ministers are talking about the great reset.
Okay, sir. Great reset.
Most of the prime ministers of this world are talking about great reset for last 1 year, 1.5 years. led by WEF World Economic Forum Klaus Schwab, Joe Biden, our own leaders everywhere.
Okay. Should I have to write just Great Reset?
Yeah, the Great Reset. Just write Great Reset.
Okay.
They don't pop up.
It just goes with the World Economic Forum.
Yeah,
Correct?
that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Should I have to show this here?
Show the results only. Show the Google results. We'll talk
okay.
about so the research. Search
Everything
results.
is related to this World Economic Forum, as you said, sir.
It has to be.
Yeah.
See, these people are controlling. It has to be. There's no other way out. Even our favorite blue-eyed boy Elon Musk is their puppet.
Yeah.
1 second, sir. I think.
See, now, Vijay, they are planning to get a mandatory kill switch in everyone's car. That means the government, the police can actually switch off your car whenever they want.
Ah, okay. I thought like when you said kill switch, something like plastic. Okay, I don't need these people anymore. Just kill them, you know.
Even I was thinking about that.
No, that is possible. So, okay, in our normal car, I was thinking about the electric cars because electric cars are still controlled by them only.
It will be made mandatory, so that they would be going with that also.
So
in case they don't like Vijay going out for a second scoop of ice cream, they can switch off his car.
Oh.
Right. So
are you shocked, Vijay?
No, I'm.
Look at his face, sir.
Yeah.
So see, this is World Economic Forum. BBC is talking about it. It's conspiracy theory. Then there is C19, the Great Reset paperback. Right. Let us go down, madam.
Yes, sir. Just a minute, sir. Can you able to see, sir?
Yeah.
So this one guy, this one family, they just decide something. They put it in the economic
the last
forum.
one, see So the last one is how to build a better world post C19, the Great Reset. This is in the Time magazine.
They will create everything and they will give solution.
Now is the time for a great reset of capitalism, World Economic Forum. And what is great? Davos agenda. Davos, you know Davos agenda, right? WEF Davos agenda.
Davos,
where people, most of the prime ministers, finance ministers, fraud gurus, spiritual gurus. Fraud gurus also go there, right? So all these fraud
they
gurus
also go for this.
Yes.
Also on the economic forum, they go.
Anyone, anywhere you see linked to WEF, please mark him as a thief.
Oh.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, as you said, sir.
So we will do that. But if we do that, then it would naturally go into a topic which we don't discuss. The only problem is that.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't want to discuss.
We can keep it aside, that one, sir, and then
we'll keep this term aside. Then we'll talk what we are going to do.
Exactly.
Yes, we'll do that.
Maybe that time we will go in mute, sir.
See what this great reset is all about. Resetting entire world. So for them, as we always said, that there would be no middle class. There would be no middle class at all. One elite rich cabal people, and all other would be poor people who would not have any jobs. Companies they would be working like robots. They would be working like slaves. All our private property would be confiscated, purchased. Then government will provide us quarters like they do in China.
Okay.
Right? They will give us money, but just as much money as we can go and live.
Need. Yeah.
And that money also would be pre-programmed. There's a thing called as a programmed money. Right? Programmed money is something where they would program the money so that can be spent only the things which are authorized. The unauthorized things cannot be purchased.
So they decide what we want.
Yes. So if you want to go and buy Apple and they think that Apple is bad for your health, you cannot purchase Apple. If they say you have to purchase orange, you have to purchase orange with that money and come back. You cannot purchase Apple with that money. So that is called as programmable money.
Okay. So they reserve all the good things for themselves.
Naturally.
That's what they wanted to do. Yeah.
Yes. For their future generations.
I'm just thinking about Matrix.
Matrix. Matrix, if you see it, Matrix is actually a the Wachowski brothers actually gave out many signals in that.
True. And they saw
They
this one in 90s itself.
Yeah,
This is
they talked about Zion. They talked about Nebuchadnezzar. You remember the
yes,
the
yes.
the submarine which actually Morpheus used.
The name is called Nebuchadnezzar. That's the name of the submarine. Yeah.
And how do we see Nebuchadnezzar? Nebuchadnezzar actually saved Jews when they were banished from Israel, right?
Israel.
He was brought back. So entire thing is actually it is coded there. White rabbit, which is Alice. White rabbit is Alice in Wonderland, which is used in MK Ultra.
Yeah, we saw that also. Yeah.
There are many symbols. If you want to talk, I will take one session on Matrix itself. That's
on
a very
Matrix
interesting.
itself.
Yeah, very
so
interesting.
Now we got so many topics. We have to finish.
Yeah.
Nice, sir. Thanks to Easter Wind. See, because of him or her, I don't know. We got so many topics now. Yes. So nice.
Yes. We'll do that.
Exactly.
Then anything else, Vijayji, Mitraji? Or should we wrap it up today?
Yes, exactly, sir. Thank you so much. You've been talking continuously for a long time. Please take rest. Exactly, sir. So have a beautiful weekend, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. As always, it's an amazing. Just sitting here and listening to you. So
great.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
This is all mine. Thank you.
So
Namaskar. Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath, sir. Jai Jagannath.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye. Thank you to all the viewers who are watching now or who might not have catch it on live, who might have catch it later. So please mention in comments whatever you want, ask questions or anything. We'll take up in the next session that we are coming.
Next session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a nice evening, sir. Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye, sir. And yes, I will just remove this. So thank you, மக்களே. Thanks for இவ்வளோ நேரம் இருந்ததுக்கு ரொம்ப நன்றி. And கண்டிப்பா இந்த செஷன் வந்து விஜய்ஜி நம்ம தமிழ்ல பேசணும். கண்டிப்பா. ஏன்னா நான் இதை வந்து எங்க லிங்க் பண்ணேன்னா சுஷாந்துக்கு தான் நான் லிங்க் பண்ணேன். கரெக்டா சாரும் அதுதான் சொன்னாரு. கால் அடிபட்டு இருக்கிறது. இது நம்ம வந்து சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி ஜென்ரலா பேசும்போது மக்களுக்கு வந்து நிறைய விஷயங்கள் கனெக்ட் ஆகும். இது கண்டிப்பா இட் வில் பி என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு அந்த கேஸ் சால்வ் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு நிறைய க்ளூஸ் கூட இருக்கலாம். சோ கண்டிப்பா வந்து நம்ம இது பேசியே ஆகணும் தமிழ்ல. ஓகேவா?
Definitely.
Next weekல நம்ம வந்து we will fix a day. Fix a time and date. Okay. So thank you மக்களே. So நீங்க எல்லாருமே வந்து ஹாப்பியா இந்த வீக்கெண்ட் என்ஜாய் பண்ணுங்க. We will meet you soon. And Monday கண்டிப்பா கேட்டிருந்தாங்க நம்ம சுஷாந்த் டைரி படிக்கணும். அதான் சொல்லிட்டேன், மண்டே படிக்கலாம். And நாளைக்கு we'll see which topic we can just cover tomorrow. Thank you. And Jai Hind, Jai Sushant.
Jai Hind, Jai Sushant, and Jai Jagannath Makale.
Jai Jagannath Makale. Bye-bye.